Hello everybody, I'm Lynn Gamble, and I thought I would help Claudia Stover out to send her a video to her messaging. It'll be the first time to do that, and I'm new at this. I thought I would start for my Facebook page. It has the American Bobcats, so that's a good place to recognize me. Haven't been associated as a military dependent since I was a teenager, but I do agree with Claudia that the military does a lot of good and they do a lot of harm as well. But I want to encourage people to help out how they can. Today is Sunday, and it's once a week is a good idea. Any day of the week, I feel. It's not important what day, or even periodically daily, to think of things that we're grateful for. And I can walk around my apartment and think of a few that I'm grateful for, more than a few, but just for time to show some of the things. We have a local food bank in the opposite building here for the tenants. That's once a month. And here's some of the interesting foods that they supply. Here's a short grain rice. A cafe, not that. And then maybe not so healthy Cheez-It Zings, but still a nice snack food. Some organic pumpkin spice granola that I made a smoothie out of. I made a smoothie by taking the banana cream Waco's 000 Greek yogurts, 2 of those, and a coconut cream one. 3 cups of orange juice. Frozen bananas, peanut butter, some walnuts, and probably something else, but I can't think of it now. And I tried some of this pumpkin spice granola, a half cup of that for some flavoring. It was absolutely delicious. And I want to encourage people. I'm trying to be healthier. I was a smoker. When I was a teenager, did quit when I was in my very early 30s, but resumed for a few years in my 40s, and haven't smoked since I believe it's 2013 or 14. But I do understand people that do, and the military, a lot of people in the military smoke, or dependents, or because it helps them, actually does raise your heart rate. So someone wanting to become more alert, it can help with that, but there are downsides to it. So I do understand, and a lot of people in the military, their cigarette smoking probably did save lives because it got them motivated to do some things that they might not have been able to. So I entirely understand, but I would advise against that as a habit. There's other things, but I do understand. And when you do quit smoking, then something else takes its place. In my case, it was TV shopping. So I had to watch that, and then I did curtail it. I think one of the last things I bought off the television. Well, I did buy once a year. I try to buy something, and whether if I make payments or not, but then I'll try to get some use out of it. I have been getting use out of the Vitamix from QVC. See here. I bought a vacuum. Some things work out, some don't, and I used that today. So I'm thankful for that. But I've curtailed that, and I live in a reduced rent apartment, and that has its pros and cons. And I want to show out my window here, where there's a Seventh-day Adventist church across the street. I'm not a member, but for a year in the 80s, I was a member in another state. But what's nice is that they don't impinge on other people as far as the noise. I never hear noise coming out of there, so that their worship does not force itself on people that don't want that. They're very considerate people. I've had some very good friends in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, very considerate. They have a lot of good, healthy habits. I'm going to look out the window here at the pumpkin. Now I think it's not visible, but the little orange pumpkin that can't see it, but was an orange pumpkin that I saw at the grocery store for about $6. It was the most perfect looking pumpkin. I've never carved a pumpkin, if you can believe that, but I haven't. I don't have any children, and I'm not a real crafty person, but I thought it was just so sweet and so pure that I got it and thought to put it in the front entrance to the building. This is a 3-story building, and I'm on the 2nd floor on the end, but it just didn't look right, so I took it around where people walk their dogs and to the back side, and out the window, and I think it looks just perfect, that orange out there. It's very natural. Pumpkin's good for you. I want to encourage people to vote for Dr. Jill Stein. I did on Friday with the early voting. I wore this Jill Stein, The Greater Good, Not the Lesser Evil t-shirt, and my green bag that I got at the hospital, Meritus Financial Center. Proceeds go to the for the Meritus Medical Center, and they have an indoor market on Tuesdays for the farmers market. So I'd gotten this last year, and it's building up muscles because I carry just about everything in it. So I'm very thankful for that. It was a good deal. Thankful that I found some organic bananas to make smoothies out of at the local market. And I had worked in Olympia as a secretary shorthand, and a lady that was in Germany in the Air Force told me that she saw this hanging behind me, and I put it in my office, and she had been on the street in Germany. I've never been as an adult. As a child, I was I think 3 when we left Portugal. Both my parents were from the States, but they were assigned there from the military. But remainder of my life has been spent outside the United States. So I haven't seen Germany, but a lady that had been in the Air Force that I was working with at the Superintendent of Public Instruction said she recalls this exact spot. So B.J. Macaulay, if you're somewhere out there, I hope you can enjoy this again. Thankful for she was in the Air Force. So, well, I want to encourage people to try to have as healthy habits as possible. I'm trying to flush less, which does make a little more ring around the toilet. I'm not quite used to that. I'm a kind of a compulsive hand washer, if you may, and so it's very hard for me to not use as much water. I'm trying. So I want to encourage everybody to do what they can, and might make some mistakes at first. I could certainly use some better hints on how to use natural products. And know that these videos end on the last frame, so I'm not sure where to end it, but probably to match it with the same photo that's on my Facebook page, because I love pets too. I just don't feel like it's fair to have one in this type of apartment complex. Personally, I have had pets, but I think I've seen a lot of people being scratched by their pets. I think personally, there was a lady that was spraying it with air spray, because I think this just may not be as conducive to some pets as being able to be in other places. So I didn't feel like it would be fair to a pet, because I've had property before and apartments that were, I thought, better cat friendly, with a deck or something right out. And but that's not to mean that somebody else couldn't handle that as better than I could. But so I'll leave it on the on this oil painting of the bobcats. And I do appreciate what Claudia is doing with the animals, with her Happy Heart Sanctuary. Love you, Claudia. Love you all.